Beside the 5 levels of business, which is retailer, wholesaler, importer, distributor, or manufacturer. Each one of them have its own good and bad, and each one of them have difficulties and have a criteria that you have to live with. If you talk to people, tell you, for example, why do you prefer wholesale? Said, I don't like dealing with the public, and it's very difficult to deal with the public on a daily basis. If you talk to a retailer, tell you, listen, I like to go home at the end of the day, and I know exactly what I have made for the day, whether you have 1 location or 200 locations. Retailer, to be a retailer, definitely you have to deal with a lot of products and a lot of locations and a lot of employees, a lot of rules of your regulations when you are inside a mall or inside on a street level. So it has its own advantages and disadvantages. It's not the easiest, but it's not the most difficult thing. All right, but it's doable. It is easy to set up a retail business, and maybe it will take some time to develop it. Because retail, you have to have consumers, and you have to have the customers knowing you, and it depends how much budget you have for advertisement, it depends how much budget you need to invest in the inventory. So it has its own criteria, and wholesale is not like that, really. Wholesale is all have a contract with somebody, that contract could be getting paid for it 36 days later. So it's a different caliber of business, different bracket of business. Wholesaler, to mix between wholesale and retail, I do not prefer that, and I don't suggest it for anybody, because wholesale have a different mindset than a retail. You cannot mix both of them. If you decide to be a wholesaler of a product or an items, wholesale have a lot of advantages that you do not have to deal directly with the public. You're dealing with the buyers of big companies or maybe small companies, but rather than dealing with 1 million people, we are probably going to be dealing with 100 or 200 individuals. They are coming to do business with you. But the capital investment, it could be a little bit larger than a retailer. But again, it depends on your personality, it depends on your budget, and it depends if this is what you like to do. If you like to import from overseas, if you think that importing from overseas, it's much more cost effective. Well, importation, it depends what item also. Is it allowed by the country, gonna be working at or not? There is a lot of licenses that has to be obtained before deciding or making the decision to import. Again, importation, you have to deal with the factories. And dealing with the factories also, it has its own criteria overseas. You cannot just go, for example, let's say I want to import a container of a product. You cannot go to a factory and tell them, listen, I want a container of a product with 20 different colors or 20 different styles. Factories, normally, they don't allow that. Most factories, they will allow only 1 item or 2 items per container with 1 or 2 different colors or styles. So now, we're talking about budget in here, and it depends what product line you want to be in. But definitely, importation is much more higher caliber than being a wholesaler and then being a retailer, because technically getting the prices from the source. With the factories, also you have to be able to travel, and you have to have an agent with a designated country that you're going to be doing business with to make sure that the quality control is done. To decide on that, all subject again to what you want and what's your budget. And we can help you to decide, should you be in retail, wholesale, or an importer. Now, to be a distributor, it depends, like you can be an importer and a distributor at the same time. Distributor, you can be selling to wholesalers, and then the wholesaler selling to retailers. And you can be the importer and the distributor at the same time, or it does not have its own value, because if you are the importer, then you can be a distributor selling to wholesaler only, not dealing with the retailers at all. The final business category, that will be manufacturer. And this, I believe it is the highest level of business. Why? Because you are involved in producing products, whether electronics or heavy industry or light industry or whatever industry you want to be in. This manufacturing, it is a final approach to somebody have a total experience in the business field, because it's so much involved in that. I have so many experiences in this. you are on the top of the chart of the business. You are producing, but then also you have to do your studies very, very well. Otherwise, it can end up in a disaster. The initial investment in machinery and personnel and locations, it can be quite a bit of money. So before you deciding on that, you have to do your market study. Who is your clients? How much they're gonna be buying from you? And what is the capacity? What is the capability of your production? There's so many elements to that. And then are you gonna be competitive? It will be requiring a lot of studies, and you have to be going to the professionals, right, to make your visibility study of the type of factories you wanna be doing. By the way, I have been doing that for the past 33 years. We do have quite a bit of experience. We do have quite a bit of knowledge about the manufacturing. We can help you tremendously to start your own factory if we know exactly identify your market and your product line and what do you want to do. It's what we have been doing for the past 33 years. We can help you to develop that in many aspects with a program, right, according to your budget. But we can do that.